Hello everyone and welcome to the URL Sunday League. This is the Pro-Am and we are on round 7 I believe. Sorry for this one coming out fairly late. I've had some stuff going on obviously at home, which has not given me the time to do these, but yep, thank you very much for your patience, and hopefully we have a good race to show you today. As you can see from here on qualifying, obviously it's been a while, but so it's an endurance race. Hards, medium, softs have to be used, and as you can see, Dan there has stuck it on pole position, so makes a change for Gower not to be P1 after qualifying. More importantly, Bryden Mechanic in second. Where's that come from? What a good qualifying from him. We've seen glimpses of his lap times. Hopefully he can stay out of trouble and keep it going. Both of these two are on the hard tyres though, starting from the front. Gower there in third, a long way in third, can we see? There you go, thank you. Gower there in third on the soft tyres. You've got Dan, Gower and Paulie are kind of the top three in this league at the minute. I did have the league table. I can't find it at the minute. I'll hopefully for the next race I'll have an updated league table. But yeah, so Dan, Gower and Paulie are the top three, switching positions kind of each race as it goes at the minute. So all to play for still. Paulie there in fourth. He's on the soft tyres as well. Kenny D, good result last time. He's going to start on the hards. That's life. He was missing last week, but it's good to see him back. He's decided to go with the soft compound tyre. Hoggy there in seventh, also on the softs. Rossi, only man on the mediums at the minute, in eighth. Sai there in ninth on the hards. And Nando also there on hards in 10th. So good mix. Rossi's the only man on the mediums. Everyone else seems to be switched between hards and softs. I think Gower, Paulie will be looking to get past the two in front of them as quick as they can. It's probably quite important for their strategy. But yeah, we'll get underway and see how we get on. Like I said, this is round 7, so we're getting towards the end now. Like I said, I am a week behind, which I apologise. But yeah, all to play for. As it comes down here, it's Nando at the back there, warming his hard tyres up straight away, getting some heat into him. So Bry's having a look. Maybe he's just picking his breaking point. No, Bry's gone for it early, trying to go around the outside of Dan. Oh, not quite. Gower there on them soft tyres. Paulie on them soft tyres. You see the grip level then from Gower. Absolutely shot out of that corner. Absolutely bolted. So Bry down into fourth. Tried the bold move on Dan early doors. Didn't quite pay off for him there. He got done by Paulie and Gower. Sorry, Paulie's now wanting to get through this middle section nice and clean. Lambo, as we've seen many times this season, does not like curbs or bumps. And this track has plenty of them that you need to be on to get a good lap time. Lesmo 1, Lesmo 2. The exit of Lesmo 2 here is an important corner. It can unsettle the car though. As you see, I'm going to just watch Paulie. He's going to have to make a move. He's got to make a move. Gower's checking out. He's got to make the move coming down here into Ascari. Paul's on the inside now. It's into second. Dan's trying to hang it round the outside. Paulie's going to have to grip though. Yeah, again, just the grip difference there. Could just put the loud pedal down earlier. Bryden Mechanic going slightly wide. He's going to get a little penalty there, I think. Well, he might have been lucky. That's life now into fifth. He's on the softs also. Kenny D on the hards. Hoggy 7th. Oh no, big bash going on there. Let's go back and see what happened. I think he just massively outbroke himself. Got into the side of That's Life. Oh, so unlucky for Hoggy. It was a good start as well on them soft tyres. But as we see, there was a lot of cars going into that corner. I think he just missed his brake marker. He probably couldn't see the markers on the left-hand side. although that's life was hit, he's kept going well. He's now back on the attack, trying to overtake Kenny D, who is already overtaken. Rossi just sitting behind these on the mediums. A little bit of lag there, nothing. Might put Rossi off a bit, but not too bad. You see that grip level of them softs out of that first corner. Loads. So that's life trying to go around to the outside as they come through to the kink, to the S's. That's life on the inside. Kenny on the outside. That's life should have these. Good overtake there from That's Life. Important for his strategy. Although he got hit, it's cost him a little bit of time. Nothing that he can't recoup. Still early doors. Got the softs on as well, so he's got plenty to go for. Quickly just check how close these were, because so Gower's checked out. Paulie there in second, Dan third, Rider Mechanic close behind him in fourth. That's Life back to fifth. Now you've got Kenny D and Rossi. Rossi's on the medium tyres, looking up for the inside. Tricky corners to try and overtake here on. Brilliant overtake from Rossi, well done. Good racing from him and Kenny D. Poor old Kenny's getting bashed up a little bit though by Rossi and That's Life. The two Northerners are smashing him up. Well, not smashing him up, but you know what I mean. Putting the overtake on him, sending him back a bit. As you go back, you got Sy there in 8th, Nando in 9th, and Hoggy compiling half-second penalties, as well as that big crash early on. Again, like I said, there's lots of time. Lots of time to do something. It'd be interesting to see what Rossi can do on their mediums. He's keeping up with That's Life on the softs, although he's slightly deep there, but I think on them mediums against Kenny's hards, he should be okay to cover. Oh, you see Bry's gone past Dan. Let's go back quickly and see that. I have to keep an eye on the time, but we should be good. So Dan's got a little bit of a space there. Maybe he had a bit of a problem coming out of this first chicane. Yeah, it goes very deep. Brian manages to tuck underneath. Little tap, but that's just an accident. Can't do nothing about that. Yeah, Brian around. Well done, Brian, the mechanic. Back to third position. That is what I like to see. I think the fans have been calling for it as well. See you up there. But really good overtake. Bit of a mistake from Dan. I'm sure he'll be cursing himself. Oh, big power slide as well there from Dan. Just got a big chunk of that sausage. Nearly choked on it. Let's go back. So Rossi's there in 6th. Oh, I see Nando in the background as well, also having a big moment. These guys just behind, so other than Brian and Dan, who are both on the hards, they are being chased down by That's Life at the minute, and Rossi. But then you've got Kenny D's on hards, Size hard, Nando hards, Hoggy's on hards as well. So the pack's sort of leveled itself out. Let's get onto this, we'll see where we're at. So That's Life now caught back up onto the back of the two hard runners. And again, it's important, nice, clean passes. Don't want to ruin any lap times or your strategies. Obviously, you're entitled to defend as whatever you feel fit. Sometimes it is beneficial, though, especially in this early stage. You know you're on the hard tyres. You can tell that That's Life has got some sort of grip advantage on you. You don't need to waste time. So that Dan's sticking to the inside, but for the old flip-flop, yeah, That's Life just had to knuckle out of that a little bit. Big power slide from there. That's Life as well. Rossi there, Sy's gone wide with Kenny D up the inside, but I think he was on attack. I think Nando might also have an opportunity on Sy. You see Sy got a little bit crossed up coming out of the first corner. Nando's well alongside, he's in front. Just jinks back inside to the racing line. Does well, get it stopped. Sire with a great switch back on that corner though. Sorry, but just couldn't quite hold the pace on the on that inside line. But he should have. He nearly had Nando. Nando taking a lot of the grass on that corner, a lot of the Astro on that corner, and that's going to promote Sire back up into 8th position. So let's go back down here where we were. So unfortunately I've missed it where Rossi's got past Brian and Mechanic as well. I think he must have had a moment because all of these three are past him. Dan, That's Life, and Rossi. So take 2. Coming down to the Parabolica. That's Life goes to the outside. Maybe late for braking. Is he going to go for the move around the outside? He tries it. Little bit of a love tap from Dan. But that looks like it's job done this time round for That's Life, although Dan's going to have the slipstream now. Down towards the first corner. As we go down, Dan's gaining. That slipstream's helping. He's got the hards on though. It's going to be difficult for him to put a move on. Well done there from That's Life. Dan right up his backside. Rossi there in the mediums. In 5th position. Rossi's in a good position. I do like this. He's the only man on the mediums, and he's not far behind the soft runners at the minute. Dan is on the hard tyres, although they're nice and toasty now. As Rossi's having a little look, giving Dan a face full of wing mirror. The blue and orange Golf Lambo. I'm going to take too much time. I think Brian Mechanic's got some pace today. He's just a little mistake I think it's cost him there. Good exit from Dan. As I said, these his hard tyres are warming up, which does give you a little bit more confidence. They're not quite as fast as the mediums, but it does give you some confidence. Even then, you just see the grip level. Rossi's able to just launch that Lambo into the start of the Ascari. Rider Mechanic gone wide again. But yeah, that gave Rossi a good run. Rider Mechanic with half a second penalty. Down here. Getting lots of grip there from Bry. Really good corner there from Bry Rossi. Again, right up in the rear grille of Dan. Rossi's pulled out of the slip. He's going to be on the outside, but does turn to the inside on the second part of this chicane. I think he might have done it though. Yeah, he's through there. That's it, the inside. Dan's really slow. Oh, he was lucky then. Bry couldn't quite find a gap past him. But that has now promoted Rossi into 4th. Really good going from him. I think he started, was it 8th, 9th? 8th, I think he might have started, Rossi, on the medium tyres. Doing really well. 3-car battle now. So let's go up, see how we're getting on. Gower there in 1st position. Good couple of seconds in front of Paulie. I think he got the break in the beginning. He managed to get past both Dan and Bry straight away. Paulie had kind of a lap and a bit behind Dan. That cost him maybe the slipstream to Gower. But soft tyres are both doing well on their softs as well. Oh no, That's Life's at a moment. Just as I flick back to him. Going well in 3rd. Is it the curb off the Ascari corners? Ascari corners. Good braking, tucks it in. Yeah, just bobble on that curb. Such a pain. Now he's stuck on the barrier. Oh, unlucky for That's Life. As I said, he'd missed last week, and I knew he was chomping at the bit to get back into it this week. Wire had served his half-second penalty now. And down to Parabolica. He was right up behind Dan. I think again he's got the pace. 51.3 his last lap. 52.3 is Dan's quickest. So it's even on the same compound. Bry's got some pace. With the penalty, he matched Dan's lap time. So come on, Bry, just need to compose, mate. Compose, keep your head. You'll be fine. I've noticed the fuel though. Dan has obviously been fuel saving a touch. He's got just under half a tank, whereas Bry is quarter of a tank. So Bry is pedal to the metal, giving it some full Heinz beans. But it might pay off for him later on because track position is important on this circuit. And over the curbing. So Rossi's there in front. So he's on the mediums and giving it some. So Dan's on a slightly different strat. That's what I said earlier as well. If you know you've just got to work to your strategy and you're on a different strategy to those around you, don't waste time trying to fight people. You know, you fight them at the end of the race. When you're early doors, it's all about getting your momentum, getting a bit of space, and just working at your strategy, whether that be tyre saving, fuel saving. Sometimes if going all out, again with Gower, Paulie, Rossi, Ryder mechanic, you know, on the better compound tyres, you want to get past the ones on the hard tyres as quick as you can, because they'll just dent what your final strategy or your final race time is going to be. So a little look down as we go towards the back. I think these boys are all on similar tyres and all spread out now. Kenny D, he looks like he might be, no, I was going to say I thought he looked like he was coming into the pits, but he's not. Sai is coming to the pits though. He's had enough of them hards. Absolutely smashed the fuel gauge. So Sai, Nando, both into the pits. You've got That's Life and Hoggy, both trying to recover. Quick change for these two. Yeah, That's Life's in as well. I think he's going to try and bite the bullet and just get maybe onto get the hards out of the way and see what you can do. So a full tank there from Sai on the way out. I don't think he's going to come up to anyone. No, Hoggy's just got past him. So Sai, Nando, That's Life, the first of our pitters. Sai's now, he's got rid of the slowest tyre going. And now he's onto the mediums. So let's check how people are doing. So Kenny D's plenty of fuel, no problems at the minute. Friday Mechanic, I think this is going to be his last lap on these hard tyres. He's gone longer than a couple of the others on the hards. I think, yeah, by the look of it, Kenny D and Dan have both fuel saved. They're hoping maybe for a shorter stint on the softs later date, maybe. Go back here now. So Dan's on the pressure. I think Rossi's probably running, not quite on fumes, but possibly might be coming in. No, he's got enough for one more lap. But as you can see, the mediums, they're not too shabby. I think Dan's managed to get into the slipstream and keep it that way. Rider mechanics in as we thought. Little look from Dan, rolls reverse this time, is filling Rossi's wing mirrors up with that chrome red Lambo. The final mechanics in. He was just off the back of these. Depending if they get into any squabbles, it could pay to him. Dan's looking down the inside now. Oh, good move from there. Good move from Dan. Really good move. Took advantage. I think Rossi, I don't think he caught him napping, but Rossi just eased off a little bit and Dan stuck it straight up the inside. Really good move from Dan. Again, important for him at this point. He doesn't know what Rossi's on or what his fuel is like. all you can do is just try and figure it out around you. Now he's done a couple of 51.7s as well, Dan is, so he's definitely picked his pace up. Not fuel saving anymore. There you go. We'll see. Well, if he had his 27 laps, so you've got to do at least a 999 of some description. And if you can fuel save to do the 9 laps, then you should be perfect to maybe do 1 or 2 extra on the hards. As you see Gower coming in now, yeah, 1 or 2 extra on the hards, and then a couple less on the softs. So you got, there you go, look, 9 laps on them hot softs for Gower. That rear left is absolutely chewed to bits. Paul isn't much better, but he's going for the extra lap. We'll see how well the undercut works here. We did, obviously Gower was a couple of seconds up the road. Oh, big power slide from Paulie, well caught though. So you see Gower now onto these hard tyres. We'll see what is going to be interesting. Rossi going to go for the medium, go for the hards against now Dan's mediums. So he's out the pits. Rossi's out the pits, yeah, on the hards. You can see Brian Mechanic's side there just behind. Kenny D just out the pits now on the medium tyres. Brian Mechanic, I think, is also on the mediums, so like for like. Oh, really important move there from Brian. Keep it going, Brian, keep it going. Really important. Kenny D's not going to give it up though. But yeah, important. Brian Mechanic's got lovely warm tyres compared to Kenny D's. Can Brian keep it on the inside now, coming down into the chicane? I think so. He's just in front. Good braking there from Brian Mechanic. Straight through, well done. Side bouncing over the curbs just behind, followed by Nando there in 8th position. So Sai's on a charge now as well. Oh, I was just going to say he's gone off, but no, he's okay. There's lag. Really good move from Brian Mechanic. And he's going to have Rossi just up the road there. He's on the weaker tyre now. He's on the hard tyres. As we see before, a couple of laps, after 2 laps, I think you can really start thinking about pushing the hards. But the first 2 laps, they're pretty much useless, in all honesty. But yeah, so you see there, Brian on the mediums. Paulie's in now, so Gower's on his way past. He's on the hard tyres. Paulie's pit crew just sticking in some extra Duracell batteries, getting him fully charged. Maybe that's it, maybe he's got hybrid. Maybe they're trying out some alternative fuel, and he's got a hybrid engine in there. Got a bit of battery power, as you see Dan streaming down the outside. So Dan on the mediums. Really good position. Yeah, Dan's caught up loads there, and Paulie's on the hards. So it's going to be interesting now. The undercut definitely helped Dan. You see Brian Mechanic also on the charge behind. I think this is the battle, because Brian Mechanic's on better tyres than Rossi. Rossi's defending that inside line. Going to say, oh, you want it, go the long way. Oh, big coming together there. That corner is so awkward. Oh, is he stuck? No, he's managed to get off. Unlucky there, Brian Mechanic. These two come together. I think he tried to turn in on Rossi and just lost the back end. It's such a difficult corner to overtake on, really single file. You do sort of see a lot of overtakes there, and you know both parties have to be on it. But I think where Brian maybe was losing the car already, so unlucky for him. Rash moves, put him down to 8th. And he had all this big long section afterwards. He was gaining and gaining and gaining there on Rossi. But that's opened the door now for these two boys. So Rossi's still not safe. He's got Kenny D and Sai hunting him down, both on the medium tyres. Oh, Apologies. Yeah, both on the mediums. Rossi's on the hards. And they're in the slip. Sai's got a double slip. See how it's going to go. Sai going to look for it. No, not quite. He's decided to just hang out of it a bit. He can probably see what's happening in front of him. He's not going to gain anything as such at the minute by overtaking Kenny D there. Only possibly losing a position. This time it's Kenny D's turn to try and take on Brian Rossi. Rossi again defending well. Hopefully nothing happens this time. Right, see, that time well done, Kenny. Just pulled out of that challenge then. You don't need to be side by side, especially not against someone you know is on weaker tyres than you. This middle section is difficult. This is where you want a good run out of this corner. Extra grip, which he's got. Great run there now. Now he just needs to pick a side. Is Rossi going to defend? Is he going to let him pass? Oh, he's jinked. Kenny D's jinked to the inside. Rossi left a tiny gap and Kenny D's stuck that green machine in it, but not quite close enough. Rossi again with the late braking. Them hards definitely warming up. You can see he's got a little bit of grip. Kenny D yet still hasn't gone away. It's like a bad smell. He won't leave him alone. And this time he's got the inside of the corner. But Rossi's trying to hang it out around the outside. No, good move there from Kenny D. He's just got to worry now about the attack back, because Rossi's got the slipstream down this big long straight. You just see Dan and Paulie up in front. Paulie's not dropped off the back of Dan. I will get to there in a minute. You can see Kenny D again up the inside. But again, not quite close enough. Oh, Rossi, big bump over them curbs. Unlucky Rossi, tried to defend, but I think that's given Kenny D and Sai the opportunity to get past him. Oh, so unlucky Rossi. I thought he'd made the corner then and managed to brake, just not quite enough. So as you can see, you've got Kenny D and Sai now, medium. Rossi's still on the back of these, so if they get into each other or too much messing about, they're going to be in trouble. You just see there, I just wanted to see how close Paulie was. This is really where the battle is. I think everyone else is kind of spread out. So giving Kenny D, Sai, Rossi plenty of airtime. As these are battling. Oh no, Rossi with half seconds. That's going to drop him off the back out of the slipstream. But this battle now is going to be between Kenny D and Sai. Sai's gone slightly wide, missed the apex in that corner. I think that's cost him as well. Rossi will be kicking himself that he's got that half second. He could have been right on the back of these two. So he's now served his penalty. Nando served his penalty. Brian, a mechanic. After that, coming together with Rossi, he's in 8th. And then you've got That's Life and Hoggy. We're still going in 9th and 10th position. Nearly just coming up to the halfway point. We'll see. So again, Gower is running away with it. Not his normal qualifying position, I'll give him that, but the start of the race, especially I know he struggled a little bit with reverse grids in the first half of the season, but race 1, he just gets out, gets that fresh air in front of him, and he's gone. Nothing stops him, nothing holds him up really. Gets out of the way and he's off. So it will be interesting as we get towards the end. So you're going to have Dan's going to be on the soft tyre. Paulie's going to be on the medium tyre. Possibly a different strap, because Paul did go quite late with them softs. Yeah, Kenny D, he's also going to be soft running, and Sai going to be soft as well. So Paulie needs to be careful, because the two behind him are currently on better tyres, and they're going to have better tyres this next stint also. So Paulie does need to be watch his mirrors a little bit. Don't let it consume you, but bear it in mind. So this is the main battle here, where they're all just slightly spreading out, but after Kenny D and Sai got past Rossi, Kenny D's on the charge. We'll check his lap time now against Paulie's lap time. As you can see, the visual gap has definitely come down. So 52.2 for Kenny D, 51.1 for Kenny D, 52 for Paul. You see Sai and Nando both in the pits as well. So they've gone a completely different strat. They pitted early, I believe, on theirs, but yeah, Sai's now probably going for a double stint on them softs. He's filling right up. Medium tyres. Oh, fair enough. So he's gone mediums again. Fair enough. So that's promoted Bryden Mechanic up into 6th. Rossi in 5th. Kenny D's on the hunt. He's trying to get himself up behind Paulie. He's on the hard tyres. Yeah, 51.1 for Kenny D, 52.2 Paulie. And Paulie's had a little bit of a mistake coming out the second Lesmo. Too much of that Astro and a bit of gravel there filling up his front grille. His race engineer won't be happy with that. He's saying that the radiator's getting hot now. So maybe they'll have to clear that on his next pit stop. But Kenny D doing very well. Couple coming together earlier on, but he's recovered very well. Now on the charge of Dan. So Dan's on the mediums. I think again Dan's fuel saving. He's half a tank. No, Kenny D's only got a little bit less. You know, they've only really got to go 2 more laps if they have to. And you know, you can make the 9 laps on a tank. I think Kenny D was hards, wasn't he, I believe. So these top 5, all 3. I think no one else is in the pits at the minute. I think there's a little battle going back here. So yeah, that's life. Hoggy. Nando's now on the softs. Hoggy's on his medium set. I think Nando will be, this is first lap out, maybe second lap out. So they'll be trying to catch up with him. The Gower, really consistent lap times there on them hard tyres, 52s all the way. It's super quick times. Down there on the mediums, also very consistent with his timings. He is fuel saving compared to others, so it could pay off towards the end of the race because he's going to have to put a lot less fuel in. Kenny D, I think he's on a charge through his, but again, like I said, you only got to make lap 18, end of lap 18, and you can pit. You know, you can do a full tank, little bit of fuel saving, and you can make the 9 laps. Whatever tyres you've got left to do, that is. Shortly after his date with the gravel. Now in force, as I said, Gower, Dan and Paulie are the top 3 contenders at the minute in this Pro-Am League 1. So it's all to play for. Bryden Mechanic also now in the pits. side there. He's done his second stop. Whoa, looked like he was going to drive into the cameraman then. He got awful close to the green barrier. Picking up a bit of smoke and a bit of dust as he flew offline. A little bit of a tail twitch. We've seen plenty of times this season the Lambo can be a handful. It's a great car. It is really good car. It's nice and quick. Definitely one of the better Group 3 cars, but it is a bit of a hog to handle sometimes. It don't like the curbs. It definitely don't like the sausage curbs. Sort of changing direction too quickly as well, it can upset the rear end. And as you see there as well, get the power on too early when the car's unbalanced, it does the same thing. The back end just wants to carry on round. That's life on a good recovery though. Nando's not quite caught up into the back of Hoggy yet. So that's life's going to be in here. He's going to have to do 10 laps on his medium tyres, which is it's definitely doable. We've seen some of the others do it. We're kind of spaced out now. I think these are the closest two still, Dan and Kenny D. And as you can see, Kenny D's just been slowly chipping away at Dan. Get another sort of half a second here, half a second there. Oh, done it again. Over the past couple of laps. 6 minutes yet, no problem. Good exit there from Kenny D. Dan a little bit more of a straighter line. I'll compromise his exit. And Kenny D's worked his way up behind him, taking his time, not pushed it, and now he's in the slip. Do lose a little bit of grip being in the slipstream, just being in the aero wake of the car in front. You do lose a little bit of front end grip. I think it's nothing like in real life, but it does play a part in this game. All Dan slightly wide as he managed to keep it without the penalty. Yes, he has. Definitely. So it'll be interesting now to see what Kenny D is going to do. Getting on these medium tyres. He's got enough for another lap, so no reason to come in. He's doing really well on his pace. He's got a nice bit of slipstream as well now. And I think both of these boys are both going to be on the softs. Paulie's in, Rossi's in. End of lap 18. Yeah, the only difference would be if both of these pit at the same time, Dan's going to come out well in front because he's got a nice little cushion of fuel there. But as we see, yeah, so Paulie's in the pits. It's going to be out medium tyres. Rossi's out, or are going to be out, and he's going to be on the soft tyres. Hoggy's in also. Just see Nando there. In the background, Rossi's coming out now. He really needs to stay in front of Nando to keep track position. Oh, not quite. So that's another challenge for Rossi. He's going to have to try his best. Don't eat them soft tyres too quickly. If you push them too early, they do burn up quite quick. You do have to take your time with them. You can see that Hoggy on his way out. I think that's life is just behind him. So these boys, both with accidents, but Hoggy's managed to leapfrog that's life. Just about, maybe. That's life's going to be on slightly warmer tyres and their mediums as well. So that's life is going to be in Gowers now into the pits. So this is where it starts to get interesting again. So Paulie's out, medium tyres. Nando's out, still out, sorry, on his soft, so he's got to pit again, I think. Don't think he can make it to the end on these two. But yeah, Gow is in, Kenny D's in. So this is interesting. Again, it's the undercut. Like I said, if Kenny D, although the fuel difference is massive, 1 lap, I think, possibly, between Kenny D and Dan. But is the undercut going to work? Kenny D is going to come out. Lovely, nice, fresh, soft tyres. You see Gower there out the pits on his mediums. He's ready for his final stint now. Let's see now. Kenny D on his way out on him softs. Sai's gone past him. I think Sai's definitely going to have to pit again. And he's got plenty of track on this lap to set a nice lap time to try and do the undercut on Dan. See Paulie there just in the distance being chased up by Nando. Rossi there just behind him in 7th. Ryder Mechanic in 8th. Not too far off these boys. And then Hoggy 9th, that's Life in 10th. So this is where we're going to see it now. Saved enough fuel to go the extra lap. She's going to pit on the end of lap 20. So it's going to be a short fuel and lighter car coming out of the pits. So it's going to be difficult there for Kenny D to do the undercut on him. I think Kenny D is going to be hoping that maybe Sai comes in. Let's see, as I said, Dan's in now. If Kenny D can get up in the back of Sai this lap and the next lap, you can see where we get. It's just behind him, so a couple of seconds apart. So tyres are on. He doesn't need to fully fuel, only 75%. There, he's bang on the money. Check that out. Oh, 76. He done me over there. So, yeah, 76%. And there he comes out. So, Dan's well out the pits. As I said, less fuel. Less fuel needed for his pit stop compared to what Kenny D needed, a full tank, or near enough a full tank, because he's had to go extra. All there, mediums. With Nando behind him, as I said, yeah, side pitted. As I said there, I think Kenny D would have been hoping for that. But it's out and out. Pace now. Bear in mind though, Dan might have to do a tiny bit of fuel saving, but Kenny D's got plenty of juice in that tank. Down with half a second penalty. Ooh, it's going to get interesting. Kenny D's going to be licking his lips. The prospect of Dan falling into his clutches. Get back. So fall on the mediums. Done quite well. Nando behind him, very used softs, and I think he's flat out at the minute. He does have to make another pit stop. Which is going to put him back into the clutches, but again, he can go softs again. I think he's run all of his tyres now, but he can go softs again. Rossi with a half second penalty. Late break in there, Nando. Oh, lovely that is. Just put its indicator on. That's very kind of you, Nando. Thank you. Oh, I don't think it was for my benefit, but it's very nice of you to put your indicator on. So, Rossi in 5th. Plenty of fuel, good soft tyres. This will be a really good result there for Rossi if he can keep it there in 5th position. By the mechanic, by the looks of it, also has got past Nando. Side's on his way past as well. Nando's just on his way out, so let's see where we're at. So Dan's done his half-second penalty. No, he hasn't. No, he's got another one. Yeah, I'm sure, because he got it there last lap, didn't he? So I think that's far enough back to serve it on that lap. I can't remember now, I'm not sure. But anyway, Dan's got another half a second. So again, that's going to drop him back towards Kenny D. Dan on his best lap so far. He should do as well, being on soft tyres. Yeah, so this is where it's slowing down. Dan is 3/4 shifting as well. Got a little blitz there from Dan. Now Kenny's gaining and gaining and gaining with the slip. Good exit here from Kenny. He's definitely going to be well within the slipstream. Yeah, both of them. There's so many lines through that parabolica that you can use. They all work just as well as each other, depending on your driving. I like to take it quite narrow. As you see, yeah, great run. So that Kenny D's on the charge. Dan's gone defensive early. Yeah, both cars through fine. See, I think with Kenny D having a bit more fuel, you see Brian the mechanic now pitted again. Yeah, with Kenny D with a bit more fuel, we see he's going just to the top of the rev bar. I've got a funny feeling, we'll see if it comes out of this corner now. Dan is still 3/4 shifting. So although that fuel's helped him, yeah, 3/4 shifting by the look of it. And Kenny D, you see, look, the fuel difference there between Kenny D and Dan. So Dan did jump a nice little gap in front, but two little half-second penalties on the bounces put Kenny D well within the slipstream, and along with the fact that he can run his car near enough to the rev limit, should make a little bit of a difference coming up going along these long straights. Got there 4 laps left to go, 13 minutes yet, we should be okay. Gowers from lap 1 just checked out, done his own thing as we said. He's definitely the Vettel of the Pro-Am League 1. Is Kenny D looking? No, Dan's picking the middle of the track. Good driving there from Dan, giving Kenny D either the choice of going ultra narrow or hanging him out to dry on the outside line like he did. Again, good defensive driving from Dan. Just gives that gap, gains that sort of 2 or 3 car length gap again. You can overtake in these corners, but as we seen earlier on, it's a difficult challenge to overtake through these corners. Definitely that chicane there, Lesmo 1, Lesmo 2, really you don't want to overtake into either. You can into Lesmo 1, Lesmo 2, it's such an important corner for the big long straight down to the Scari corners. Yeah, it's not really worth it. You're better off staying behind someone, gaining the slipstream as Kenny D's doing, getting a great run through a Scari. And even overtaking into the parabolic is not always the best decision, because the car you've just overtaken has got the opportunity to take the slipstream all the way along the main straight, and then you're back to where you were the lap before. Right, let's go down, see if these two have a battle. Paulie there in 4th, little wiggle, but done very good drive there from Paulie. Same there with Rossi. Their mediums earlier on definitely put him in a brilliant position. Little coming together with Brian the mechanic at the chicane. but I think that was probably more racing incident, that the track just disappeared on both of them. Sign 6th position, Nando there in 7th, Brian the Mechanic in 8th, and you've got Hoggy and That's Life again. I think these two have probably been battling for a little while. 52s there, 52s for Hoggy. So yeah, That's Life has been gaining on Hoggy. Not quite close enough to make the move, and they can both see Brian and Mechanic in front. So although Briar's on soft tyres, so these two, and we see Briar's pace early doors as well. These two possibly might not catch him, but Hoggy with a really good run out that corner. Let's see with these, see if That's Life's close enough. Doesn't quite look like it at the minute. 3 laps left to go. Good exit there from Hoggy. I think it's a slipstream, just putting Hoggy that couple of car lengths gap. By the time That's Life's got the slipstream back up behind him, they're back to this middle section again. Was there okay? Nando there in 7th. So look what's going on. Down with the quickest lap that time, 50.1. Kenny D 50.7. So Dan's either switched his accelerator. He does have slightly better tyres than what Kenny D has. Is he still 3/4 shifting? Not a little bit more than 3/4 now. He's kind of going near enough full bar. That's just, his tyres are lovely. Kenny D's a little bit more worn, but it's not anything too mental. Yeah, Kenny D's off the rev limiter, so he would have seen Dan obviously increase that little bit of a gap to him on that previous lap. So he needs to make sure that he stays within his slipstream. Coming down here, lights slowly getting darker. You can see the headlights are on. Bright yellow headlights there of Gower. As he comes round to start his final lap. And now he sets the fastest lap. Yeah, that's definitely a Vettel thing to do, isn't it? Just plods around out the front, poodling, and then engineer goes, Dan has the fastest lap. Gower's like, yeah, okay, watch this. So yeah, set himself fastest lap. We still see Dan, 50.5 there for him. Poor Kenny D was close to the quickest lap as well, 50.19, 50.16, 50.13 for Gower. So super close times. I think everyone else is fairly, well, nothing really battling. This is important for 2nd and 3rd step on the podium. Oh, down with a slide. No, Kenny D's got a penalty. No. Oh, no. GT7, you have taken away our photo finish with stupid penalty. Unlucky for Kenny D. He needs to he needs a miracle now to get in front of Dan by at least a second. Well, more than a second, I think. If it doesn't take it off of him, he's going to anyway, but Unlucky Kenny D. So unlucky. Didn't even see anything happen really. That had taken it away. But let's put them in their places. So we got our race winner here, Gower. Congratulations to you, the 666 machine. Very good victory and the fastest lap, as we saw. Dan, well held on. Some really good racing from you. Brilliant job. Unlucky for Kenny D. Good third. Not seeing that. Paulie there in fourth. He's had a good race. Good points again for Paulie. Again, Gower, Dan, Paulie, they're the main ones in this top three. Obviously, there are obviously battles going on below. I will get the league table for you. As you see here, Sai's got past Rossi on this last lap. Is he going to run out of fuel though? Rossi's got to run around the outside. Oh, it's going to be close. Oh, Sai just beat Rossi there. 5th and 6th. Nando in 7th. Yeah, Nando in 7th. Good result, Nando. Well done, mate. Ryder Mechanic coming around in 8th position. I think you had these two boys been squabbling for 9th and 10th. Fair play to them both. They stuck at it. And yeah, good 9th and 10th position there for Hoggy. For That's Life and Hoggy. Oh, we nearly had 2 photo finishes there. Sai and Rossi, what a great finish. Rossi just lost out. 5th position there to Sai. Done really well. Same with Kenny D. He had his battle taken off of him by a silly penalty going over the chicane, which is unlucky for him. But still, and again, another good podium for Kenny. Dan with a great second. Went on the opposite strap to what everyone else seemed to do. Obviously, he started on the hards from the front as well, which is always difficult. But he managed to keep it fairly out of the way and done a good job. And then, yeah, our race winner again, Mr. Gower, who I think is on double bubble at the minute for race wins in a row. So I think it's 2, maybe even 3 he's had on a row. But yeah, he's definitely going to put himself in a brilliant position at the top of the table. Again, thank you very much for watching. I will, like I said, this is race 7. They have had race 8, round 8, which is Spa, and hopefully I will get that out to you very soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.